everyone, or good afternoon wherever you are. It's Mel here, and I wanted to jump on here because there's a routine that I do every single day, and I noticed that because life got in the way, I'd say it's really bad, the last month I've neglected those things that I do every single day, first thing, and I've noticed everything started falling apart. Like my health started deteriorating, I started getting grumpy, everything in my life seemed not as in flow. Things started getting chaotic, and I really wanted to share this with you because I was out on a run this morning and something clicked in my head, thinking this is probably the reasons why a lot of people struggle when they're trying to make a huge change in their life, especially if you have destructive behaviors like eating disorders, binge eating, food addictions, or any addiction or unhealthy habits. Because what people tend to do is they try to kind of white knuckle it at the time, and unfortunately it's just not enough, because in those moments you're really kind of almost as if you're just helpless. You're literally like tied back. You have got no strength to fight against those urges. So a random video, really, because of the fact that I basically let the foot off the gas. I got lazy, and not lazy, intentionally lazy, just like laying around doing nothing. But I stopped doing self-care on myself because of the fact I got busy. Because my business is started to get really busy recently. I don't know what it is about this. Everyone's back from holidays. So I've been concentrating on giving my all to my clients and forgetting about me. And what happened was, when I started forgetting about me, everything in my life started getting affected. My daughter started getting whiny. My husband started getting grumpy. The place started getting a mess. It had this knock-on effect. If you haven't met me before, this is your first time. I am Mel, hello. And I am a disordered eating expert and rapid transformational therapist. I help women and men all around the world to overcome any self-sabotaging eating behaviors with hypnosis to rapidly overcome them fast and for good. So if you want to know more about that, you can apply for a free assessment with me, where we'll discuss what your challenges are, and I'll discuss with you how the program works. So if you want to know more, just click on my banner. So anyway, I wanted to share with you, nice and simple, and this doesn't cost any money. You don't need any equipment, and you'll just see how I do it. So every single day, what I used to do, and now I've started again today. Look at me, I'm like, woohoo, I'm back to me again. It's because actually not today, I started a couple of days ago. It's because I make sure before I do anything is to fit in my happy things every single day. These are all the things that make me happy, and it doesn't necessarily cost you any money at all, like I'll show you in a moment. And it's basically things that really puts a smile on your face and makes you good about yourself. And I'm not talking just mentally, I'm talking about physically as well. And if you try and get as many of these things at the beginning of the day, it then sets you up for the rest of the day to keep that momentum going. So if you start your day on as many positive, as many happy things going, the chances of you keeping up that momentum is exponentially increased than if you didn't. And I think I mentioned this a while ago in one of my videos. You can check that out in my video section, and how I think exercise is really, really important, done in the day. And when you eat a nutritious meal, if you have to like have a nutritious meal, have it at the beginning of the day, because your chances of maintaining that high caliber, if you will, is increased so much, so that the rest of the day that you will keep that level up, if you know what I mean. So in my list of my happy things, just to give you an example, and I've literally just written it on my fridge. You know, it's nothing fancy. It's not one of these like really pretty journals. I've literally got one of these. I think it's like, I don't know, this like plasticky paper or something that you can wipe off. I don't know what it's like called. So these are the things I make sure I do every single day without fail. Like I said, in the month, I literally didn't do half of them, and I suffered. I got less productive. I started getting sick, and everything else was impacted on there. And if you try and write down all your happy things, and like I said, a lot of it doesn't even cost any money. I don't know if that's backwards on your video, but just to run through. So like running, I've already done. I've done some meditation this morning. I've listened to my audio already. And Udemy, if you don't know Udemy, it's a kind of like a learning platform that you do courses. So I read, maybe like I do one course, literally like 5 or 6 minutes long. Cuddles with Isabel, that's my 5-year-old daughter. So I make sure I have a power hug every day from her before she goes to school. And then these two are kind of like completed, fulfilled in the evening. So that's Netflix with my hubby. We always do. It's not very entrepreneurship to fit in TV. You'll find lots of business people say, oh, you know, you have to sacrifice your life, you know, in order to have a business. I have a different belief to that. I really do believe that I become a better professional, and I help my clients more because I feel like I've had a balanced life. And then this one thing important, home cooked meal every day. You know, so I don't actually cook every day, but I make sure that I cook batches and have a really good meal every single day. It doesn't have to be like cook today, it could be leftovers or whatever. So I really wanted to share that with you, because these little tiny differences will really have a huge impact in your life, especially if you're experiencing self-sabotaging eating behaviors or anything. Actually, you don't have to, you know, if you're like just popping in to see hello and you haven't got like an eating disorder, but in every aspect of your life, if you really want to thrive, make sure you look after yourself first, because you're no good to anyone else if you're not looking after yourself. I know loads of people who are healers and they love to help and they're constantly helping other people. But you could even provide an even higher version of yourself if you look after yourself first. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. So just sit down for a few moments, write down all your happy things, start getting them done, especially first thing in the morning, and then notice how your life starts to evolve and seem easier to cope with. So anyway, I hope you have taken something away from that, maybe some ideas that you could do. And until next time, keep strong, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.